X to select the team. So it'll bring you to the section where you can download, rate, have a look at what their teams actually looks like. So if we go into identity, etc., we've got the logo there, and that's how you can see here 68 different teams, all a different range of like downloaded. If you want to download, it's with Waste Your Youth. So I'm just going to put that in the description down below. If you want to copy, what we're going to be doing is downloading the team, which will have the logos, the uniforms, the lineups, and the correct players. So it's fairly simple to do. Let's head to Browse Community. So once you click Browse Community, search Community, what you want to do is username starts with
talk dirty to me. Talk dirty to me. Talk dirty to me.
Good morning and welcome. You join us for this test match between India and Sri Lanka. I'm Mike Atherton, and alongside me today Ismail Jones, Ali Mitchell, Ian Healy, and the Silver Fox himself, David Gower.
Thanks, Mike. Always a pleasure to sit alongside you. I've been down pitchside to look at the conditions, and you can see just how dry the pitch is. As the match goes on, there'll be a lot of wear and tear as it deteriorates, and it could make for extremely difficult batting conditions. I'd be batting first if I was captain. Looks like this cloud is set for the day, but at least no rain is forecast.
Thanks, David. We go out to the middle now. Big decision coming up.
And with all of their home ground knowledge, they'll get out there and look to cash in on batting first.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this 5-day match. Please make the teams feel welcome.
Players look
as they
ready.
walk out
The
onto
umpires
field.
are in position for the first ball. The bowlers will want to focus on their line and lengths and let the ball do the rest.
A bit lucky, that's just sailed through to the keeper.
Got right in behind it.
A bit of shape on the ball as they let it go through. Tailed just a little at the end as it went through to the keeper.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Nice, solid defensive shot. Bowled him! Beauty, absolute beauty.
The first wicket is down, back to the pavilion, and disappointment is etched on their face. Can't believe they got out like that.
The team will be after a positive innings from this batter. A great opportunity to come in and put some runs on the board. The left-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the north end. Quick onto that in the infield.
No runs on that occasion, got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
This could be out.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
A change to the complexion of this match. Got to get the new batter coming forward early, encouraging them to drive and really attack the stumps.
Well, another chance to bowl that one. Really can't have been wide by much, though.
Solid defence, very compact.
Yep.
There'll be one run here for them.
Tucked it nicely into the gap. Pick up a single, rotate the strike.
Yep. Keeper's end.
No pressure as they've found a gap.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keeps the pressure on the bowlers.
Yep.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Good running, it needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
End of the over, 5 off it. India are 1 for 5.
Yep. Keepers.
A couple on offer here.
Waiting. Yep.
Needs a direct hit.
Nicely ran, working the ball away into the gaps to find the easy single.
Misses everything.
Nice bowling.
A reckless heave. This batter is usually a bit more elegant in their stroke play than... Extremely comfortable win. Just brilliant on so many levels. You can't compete with that level of skill shown.
Good morning and welcome to our coverage from Blunston Arena. You join us for this test match between Australia and India. I'm Mike Atherton, and with me for this match is Mel Jones, Ali Mitchell, Ian Healy, and the Silver Fox himself, David Gower.
Hi, others. Looking forward to this one. Earlier, I took a look at the conditions. And there's a lot of grass on the pitch. The ball will move around early and make life difficult for batting. But Interesting decision. The pitch really looks like there will be something early for the bowlers, but the captain is asking their openers to get the pads on.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this 5-day match. Please make the teams feel welcome. as they
Hazelwood
walk
has
out
the
onto
privilege of
field.
bowling with the new ball. The umpires have signalled that they're ready. Let's get this game underway.
You can understand why on that line they thought it was safe to let it straight through to the keeper.
Got right in behind it.
A bit of shape on the ball as they let it go through. Tailed just a little at the end as it went through to the keeper.
Quick onto that in the infield. Misses everything.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Can't be tempted to play this delivery. End of the over. Beautiful bowling that just starts to build pressure on the batters. The team will be after a positive innings from this batter. A great opportunity to come in and put some runs on the board. Start. The left armer is coming on to bowl from the river end. Straight to the fielder.
No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
Solid defence, very compact.
Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the third dot.
Nice solid defensive shot.
A lovely shorter ball, just keeping them honest. Still got a chance to use another one in this over.
Yeah.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring. Trouble! Oh, gone!
The first wicket is down, back to the pavilion, and disappointment is etched on their face. Can't believe they got out like that.
Left alone and through to the keeper. Well, that was just an awesome delivery. It whizzed past the batsman, and the umpire says that's the first of two. Great shorter ball. Well played, though. Didn't flinch and was able to leave the ball comfortably. That's the end of the short stuff for this over.
Poor shot. Really lucky.
Not a great shot in the end. Practices the shot again. Just need to keep their head down now.
Hazelwood has had a pretty good over. Just needed a bit more luck to find a wicket.
Wait up.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
A rush of blood, very quick onto the short ball, can't get it away.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
Just need to settle down. The timing's off. These deliveries are there to be hit. Time for cool heads.
There'll be one run here for them.
Sharma gets off the mark.
Yep.
Finds the edge. Cuts that off well in the infield. No pressure as they've found a gap.
And with that, they're off the mark.
Wait.
Doesn't beat the infield. Sweetly hit down the ground. They'll be hard pressed to stop it.
The fielder could only pick that up off the boundary rope, punch that away through the covers with exquisite timing.
Yep.
Needs to be on target.
Really raced between the wickets after it was clipped away nicely behind square. That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Waiting.
Very sweet off the bat, and 4 all the way.
Got it well enough to get it away to the boundary, a poor delivery, and a fine shot in the end.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Short, fast, accurate. When you get that type of delivery right, you just can't play them. No more short stuff this over, though.
Yep.
Lovely shot. Good seam position, but over-pitched and got what it deserved.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
Start from the river end.
Well bowled.
Not a very smart shot. Got nothing onto it in the end.
Well, that's the end of a great display of bowling. No score from it. Nicely putting pressure on the batters. The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack.
Well left. There are two kinds of leaves in cricket. This is a good one, which sees the ball sail through to the keeper, and not one that's going to rattle the stumps.
Beaten on the drive.
Cummins with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up.
Well bowled.
Digs it out well. Drives and misses everything.
I'd say it was the right shot to choose, but it was just timed badly. Just couldn't get the drive away. No interest in that one from the batter. Cummins will be wanting to hone in on a better line and length to make them play next time.
Some well-targeted bowling in that over. Certainly something to build on.
Well, that was just an awesome delivery. Whiz past the batsman. The umpire says that's the first of two.
Wait!
Couldn't get it through the field.
Waiting.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Yep.
Really good shot there. Three runs added in that over. India are 1 for 18. That's right off the meat of the bat.
That's just a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot and it's flown over the boundary.
Yep. No! Well bowled.
Tried to get the drive away, but timed it poorly. Lucky to survive.
Yep. No!
They make it back, but that was much closer than it needed to be.
Yep.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Ah, mix up there. They've been going so well out in the middle. The first sign of miscommunication.
Yep, yep. No!
Trouble. Complete mix-up between these two. Just avoided an embarrassing run-out.
For 24.
End of the over, 6 off it. India are 1 for 24.
Bowling.
Tried to get the drive away, timed it poorly, lucky to survive.
Timed that
Yep.
brilliantly.
Had all the time in the world to get in position to play that ball. Timed it nicely for 4 runs.
They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they've managed. If they can find the right spot, the reward will eventually come.
Waiting. Yep. No!
They make it home, but there should never have been the chance for a run out in the first place.
About.
4 runs added there.
End of the over.
India are 1
now
for 28.
1 for 28.
About.
Well, they never really got in the right position for the drive for that one. A bit of a loose shot in my reckoning. A bit lucky, that's just sailed through to the keeper.
Well bowled. About.
Obviously didn't like the look of that one and just ignored it.
About.
That's the over. India are 1 for
India
28.
are now on 1
Going with
for
pace now.
28. Cameron Green into the attack.
Yep, yep.
A couple on offer here.
Yep.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keep pressure on the bowlers.
Yep.
It's easy runs there at this level when you stray a little down the leg side. Tucked it nicely off the pads for more runs.
Yep.
Nicely ran, working the ball away into the gaps to find the easy single.
Yep.
Quick onto that in the infield. Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs.
More decisive running may have gotten them 2. You look at that and I would say they would have made it easily. They need to be a little bit more switched on than that.
Hazelwood coming on, obviously hoping the pace will cause some trouble. Misses everything.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Above.
That ball just fizzed off the pitch. A superb delivery. Although they can't do any more short stuff this over.
Great shot.
Onto the front foot early, placed it perfectly into the gap. Timed it nicely for 4 more.
You can see how good this pitch can be for batting. You want the player coming forward, but it's a tight margin. Only a touch full and put away. Edged! The whole team goes up for that one. They feel pretty confident about this. And gone. Brilliant catch.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come in after the fall of a wicket.
For India.
Above.
Just threw the shot too early.
End of the over. 4 runs coming from it. India are 2 for 39.
A lovely shorter ball, just keeping them honest. Still got a chance to use another one in this over. You can understand why on that line they thought it was safe to let it straight through to the keeper.
Yep.
Straight to the fielder.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keeps the pressure on the bowlers.
Above. Yep.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Yep, yep.
Tucked it nicely into the gap. Pick up a single, rotate the strike.
3 added in that over. India are 2 for 42.
Yep.
That's what happens if you stray a little down the leg side. It's too easy just to glance the ball off the pads and take the easy runs.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap.
Straight through the line of the ball, right out of the middle of the bat.
A good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball, and it'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond.
Yep.
There'll be 1 run here for them.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keeping pressure on the bowlers.
Nice solid defensive shot.
Yep.
Got right in behind it. There's a chance if this hits.
They make it home, but there should never have been the chance of a run out in the first place.
Yep.
No pressure as they've found a gap.
Manipulating the field, asking questions of the opposition captain as they take a single.
End of the over. India are 2 for 49.
Yep.
Hazelwood did very nicely out there on the boundary.
Yep.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring. Gone! Brilliant in the field.
So that's the 3rd wicket down. Not a happy person walking off the field. There's a real feeling of disappointment.
3 for 50.
Coming to the wicket, they'll be looking to play within the V early and expand as they get settled. Wow, that's missed the lot.
Just need to settle down. The timing's off. These deliveries are there to be hit. Time for cool heads.
Well bowled.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Yep.
Good shot. It's found the gap.
Well, that was a really solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
Yep, yep.
A little flick of the wrist to get it round the corner for an easy run.
Over. India are 3 for 55. Can't get that outside the ring field.
No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
Catch.
Hit that
Yep.
hard. Nailed it.
Got their head right in line with the ball. A beautiful strike there down the ground.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Yep. Keeper.
Got to the boundary. Last ball, punches it into the gap to get a single. Excellent batting.
They've picked the gap. Perfect timing.
Got it well enough to get it away to the boundary, a poor delivery, and a fine shot in the end.
Yep.
End of the over, 10 off it. India are 3 for 65. Green from the river end.
Well left. There are two kinds of leaves in cricket, and that is a good one, which sees the ball sail through to the keeper and not rattle the stumps.
Solid defence, very compact. Beaten on the drive.
On the drive. The bowling's too good, though. Great line and length. Beats the edge.
Yep. No!
There's trouble here.
Well, there was a moment of hesitation, a few calls of yes and no. In the end, no damage done.
Yep. No!
Doesn't beat the infield.
Stretch to get in. The dive gets them home. Just.
Well bowled.
Well, that's a wild one. Nothing elegant about that shot, just not timing it at all. Poor play.
Green ends what has been a tidy over. Just needed to top it off with a wicket.
Well bowled.
Does very well to get quickly across to that one.
That was a desperate dive. Every chance he was gone without it.
Yep. Keeper. Wait there. Keeper. Yep.
Into the gap. Nice shot.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
Bowling.
It was a good comeback after that boundary last ball.
End of the over. 6 runs coming from it. India are 3 for 71.
Well bowled. Yep. Keeper.
Caught. What a position to set there. A brilliant catch.
Another one gone. The 4th wicket is in the bag. A bit of trouble if there was another to fall quickly. We've seen some very good bowling.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark their guard. They just need to rotate the strike early on as they get settled.
Bowling.
Off the front foot, hit it with all the power and elegance of a batter right at the top of their game.
Tried for something a bit different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket.
Yep.
End of the over. 8 runs coming from it. India are 4 for 79.
Well left. Not tempted to play at that one.
Drives and misses everything.
Hazelwood with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messed everything up.
Brilliant shot through the vacant point position. Not sure they'll cut that off.
In the end, a very simple shot. Lets the ball come onto the bat and cut it away for 4.
Well bowled.
Tried to get the drive away. Didn't time the shot well and threw to the keeper.
Yep.
Couldn't get it through the field. Got all of it, and for 6.
Wow! Power off the front foot, goes all the way.
4 for 90.
Well bowled.
Thought it got past them, but a fantastic dive to cut it off.
They make it home, but there should never have been the chance for a run out in the first place.
Wait there.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the 3rd dot. Really raced between the wickets after it was clipped away nicely behind square.
Threw the hands at it, somehow missed everything.
That was just a coat of paint away from hitting the wickets. Great bowling, deserved better.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
They got it well away square, nobody anywhere near it in the field to cut it off. Green giving away too much width.
The right armour is coming into the attack.
Into the attack.
Yep. No! Yep. Keeper.
confident appeal. Could it be?
Yep.
Easy catch.
Yeah!
Didn't have to move, really.
Starting to get really interesting now. That's the 5th wicket, and a very frustrated person is heading back to the pavilion.
5 for 96.
Pressure will definitely be on for the new batter as they take guard. Cummins, I'm sure, will be onto their bowlers to pick up another quick wicket. That's great fielding. That ball was flying.
Immediately underway with some runs.
End of the over, 2 runs added. India are 5 for 97. Cummins has the ball in hand.
That win gives Australia